Hi, welcome to Sharing with Susan B, telling stories from the heart. We're looking to inspire, telling stories of struggle, vulnerability, and lessons learned. Hi, welcome. I'm Susan Blaine. I'm here with Tay Gendron. Really excited to have Taylor because she's my daughter, and I'm super proud. Tay Gendron is a holistic health practitioner, Eat, Breathe, Shift. Her website is taygendron.com, and you can see that and check her out. But let me give you a little bit of her backstory. Without me, as a young professional. When you were a kid, you wanted to be a lawyer. You grew up here in Ottawa. Your first job was in retail clothing. You worked in several restaurants and a server and a bartender. You went to the University of Toronto. You're a certified NLP practitioner, a certified yoga and meditation teacher, and just about to complete your program at the Institute of Holistic Nutrition as a certified nutritional practitioner. And your work, you're a manager at Pure Kitchen. And you've been there since they opened almost 5 years ago. It's a vegetarian restaurant here in Ottawa, which is fantastic. You teach yoga to kids and adults. You launched your website and practice in March of 2019. Actively, you're involved in the mental health community, volunteer work, teaching yoga and meditation, giving nutritional and mental health seminars and workshops at the Royal Ottawa here in Ottawa. Also Cornerstone Women's Shelter and the Suits Me program, which is supports women in mental health. So you are doing lots of great things in the community. Tell us about what you're really passionate about right now.
So in August, I did my NLP practitioner certification, which NLP is a big fancy word for neuro-linguistic programming. And if you break that down, neuro is our neurology, linguistic is language, and the second that we label an experience or an event with a word, which we do, our human brain loves to do that. We have now given it a meaning. And then programming is the meanings are then patterns that get stored in our brain, in our subconscious brain. So if you put that all together, it basically means that our thoughts create our behaviors, and our behaviors will then create our actions, which create the quality of our life. So I'm diving deep into that right now.
Wow. And I'm a student.
Deep into subconscious work and just the power of your mind and just the power of your words and the impact that has on your life, and specifically with anxiety. Because as you know, with anxiety, you spiral. And it is a thought pattern at the end of the day.
It is.
Right? And so how can we train our mind to have healthier thought patterns?
Because it really is about what we're thinking about, right?
Absolutely.
And so we're doing it to ourselves.
Yes.
Right? By our thoughts. Life is not without its struggle. And you're a young entrepreneur. So let's talk about what your biggest business struggle has been so far.
My biggest business, there's a lot. Currently, I would say my biggest one is dealing with imposter syndrome.
Yes, big one.
And anytime, if you do a quick Google, everybody has it. You know, every celebrity, really everyone. My favorite quote is by Maya Angelou.
Yeah, I love her.
And I think it goes something along the words of, I've written 11 books. And each time I think, that's it, I've been made, they're gonna find out I'm a fraud. And she's fantastic, obviously. But yeah, I have all these certifications and I have all this education, and I still think to myself, who would work with me? Who would hire me? All that stuff. And right now in the digital age, being online is everything. And it's every time I go to write a post or every time I try to show up live, that goes through my mind, and it's really just mindset work. And I saw something the other day which I loved, that was imposter syndrome is thinking that success belongs to others and not you.
Oh, wow, I love that.
Which I love, and it just again comes back to mindset work.
And self-worth.
Right? Absolutely.
What has been some of your biggest personal struggles?
I mean, one of my biggest personal struggles has been my mental health and my struggles with anxiety and depression and panic disorder. And that is really what birthed my business. And not only that, the education that I pursued was my healing journey. And yeah, so really just my struggles in learning that and learning how to heal myself.
Yeah.
Naturally, I was on medication for a time, and I decided that just wasn't right for me, and so began this almost 4 or 5 year journey of what will it look like to manage my anxiety off of medication.
Yeah.
And that just turned into a full-blown passion.
Yeah.
Which became my life.
And you've successfully healed.
Yeah.
Healed much of what you were ailing from, and therefore you have that knowledge and that experience to then pass on to others and help others, right? Lessons learned.
Don't think that you need to do it on your own.
Yes, it's true.
Lean on people, let people support you, let people build you up. Find your community, find your tribe, in both your personal and your professional life. Something I'm learning as a entrepreneur and in my close friend group, no one else is really doing what I'm doing. And it can feel lonely at times.
Yeah.
Because I find it hard to explain myself, I suppose.
Yeah, and they don't quite understand if they're not an entrepreneur, right? So it's important to build those tribes around what you're doing to support you in the different areas that you need.
And I've invested in myself and in some amazing coaches, and along with those coaches come these communities where I've met some amazing people. So that would be one of the biggest things I've learned on the professional side. And on the personal side, I would say honoring the season that you're in and honoring where you are in this phase of your life and not trying to do everything at once, both personally and professionally. And I found that a lot in my healing journey was learning patience and just really honoring where I was and celebrating the really small wins, because those really add up.
They do, and we've got to do that. And I love the S word. My big one too.
Season.
And surrender.
Surrender.
Yeah,
yes.
right?
Surrendering. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Surrendering to powers higher than yourself, really. Like whatever it is you believe in, God, the universe, soul, whatever, source, whatever
Trusting.
it is.
Yeah,
Trust.
trusting. Yeah.
Just trusting that.
Surrendering to the process, surrendering to the flow, right? Not trying to control everything, right?
Yes,
Because that doesn't help us and adds to anxiety and all those issues that we struggle with. What advice would you give your younger self?
To just do it.
Love your mom.
Whatever it is you want to do in life, just do it.
Yeah.
Be brave.
Rapid fire questions. You ready?
Yes.
We have some fun facts about Tay Gendron. Who's your favorite superhero?
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. All right. You can tell she's she's a millennial. Favorite food indulgence?
Mac and cheese, but KD craft dinner from the box.
Wow. A holistic nutrition practitioner.
We all have cheat days.
We do. Someone you admire?
Gabrielle Bernstein. She's like the meditation manifestation guru, and I just love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Something not too many people know about you.
I don't even know. I feel like I'm pretty transparent and I'm a pretty open book, but something, well, everyone knows this, but maybe people new to me don't know this. I'm obsessed with The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah, she is. The Bachelor and Bachelorette. And
Guilty pleasure. I just love that show.
Oh, that's awesome. How about a favorite movie, book, or quote? I know you're a big reader.
Huge reader. You know what? My favorite book is Ella Enchanted.
Oh.
I got it in 2nd grade, and I stole money from my piggy bank that I wasn't allowed to take, and I bought it at the book fair, and it's just forever been my favorite book. It's a corny little junior reader book, but I just love it, and I read it sometimes in a night. I power through, I flip through my favorite sections.
I know you're a speed reader. What about a movie or a quote? Have one?
Right now, what's kind of standing out to me as a quote is progress over perfection. That's up on my vision board, and I've really been, that's been my quote for almost a year now.
I love it. What's your definition of success in one sentence?
It would be living life on my own terms, maintaining my health, mind, body, and spirit, and in doing so, leading by example and empowering others to do the same.
Love it. You can connect with Taylor on a few platforms, Instagram and Facebook, and she has some great posts weekly. She does a Monday meditation post.
Mindful Monday.
Mindful Monday. I've shared that in workshops that I've done. They're fantastic, and I've been practicing. I love when generations can learn from each other. I'm so proud of all the work that you're doing, and so glad that you were able to join me in this series.
Thank you. First time
share.
on camera. Killed it. Killed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.